VaheGuru, 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 VaheGuru.
So the Hukamnama today is in Guru, Bhai Jagraj Maharaj in the Rag Nasri. And it's a very beautiful Hukamnama. It says, Deen Dard Nivar Thakur. Deen is normally referred to people that are poor, they're Gareeb Hagin. When it says Deen Dard Nivar, the Dard, you know that means pain, right? And Nivar is to take it away. So he destroys the pain of the poor people. Deen Dard Nivar. You might say it's not fair. Rich people got pain too, you know. But what here it means is the people that come to him as his Gareeb. The Sikh, when it comes to the Guru, never comes to the Guru as a giver. The Sikh comes to the Guru as a beggar. We're all beggars here. We talked about yesterday. Children know how to beg. Adults forget. Maharaj says, "So your mistakes sab kuch diya." So when we come here, we come all as beggars, right? So Maharaj says, Deen Dard Nivar. So if you become a Gareeb at his door and ask, then he can take away your pain. That's the key thing here. He will take it away if we come and beg for it. Maharaj says, Thakur, he is the Lord Master, Rakhe Janki Aap. He actually protects his own slaves. If we become his servant, then he will himself protect. There's a famous story, you might have heard it before. There's a king, right? The king is talking to a sadhu, this holy person. He says to the sadhu, you say that God looks after his servants himself. Rakhe Janki Aap. He says, look, but God is so powerful, right? Go to Brahman, go Thakur Swami. He's so big, he owns all these universes and planets. Surely, if he's so big and important, he would just put somebody else in charge of saving people. He's a very busy guy. He doesn't need himself to come and save someone. He could just go and tell someone else to do it. Why would he come himself? The sadhu says a very good question, he says. He goes, I'll tell you the answer tomorrow. So the next day the king is walking towards the sadhu's house, and on the way is a river. And as he comes close to the river, he sees his son standing on the side of the river. The son looks at him, they're looking, and he falls into the river. Now the king is shocked, my son is in the river. He runs, all of his people are there with him. He runs over to the river and he jumps in the water himself. When he gets there, he sees, this is a statue of his son. There's a statue that looks just like his son. As he comes out of the water, the sadhu is standing there. And the sadhu says to him, now you have your answer. And the king says, I don't understand, explain it to me. He says, you could have sent your people, you had loads of people, advisors, soldiers, everybody. You could have sent them to go and save your son. Why did you go and save him yourself? And he says, well, he's my son. I couldn't leave my son to someone else. He's my son. If you become his servant, if you belong to Guruji yourself, and he looks after you himself, Bani Guru, Guru hai Bani. Which Bani Amrit Sare, Gurbani Keh, Sevak Jan Mane, Partak Guru Nistare. If you become a servant of Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, all the 10 Gurus will look after you themselves. No one else will come, they will look after you themselves. That's the power of becoming a Sikh, becoming a servant. Gurbani Keh, Sevak Jan Mane, Partak Guru Nistare. Imagine that, the power of the Gurus is available. Maharaj says, Rahni Rahe, Soi Sikh Mera, O Sahib Main Uska Chera. He says, I'm a servant of the person who lives my way. Jera reh ke rehta hai, jera svere utھ ke bani padhda hai, je meri gal manda hai, wo mera Thakur hai, te main oda das ban javanga. Rakhe Janki Aap. Look at that loving relationship. So Maharaj said, this is the power of him. And in fact, our Guru is often called Guru Gareeb Nivaj. Gareeb means the poor people, Nivaj means the one who protects them. So this is our Guru. He's talking about our Guru as well, in that sense. The Maharaj says, Taran taran har nid dukh na sakhe beap. He said, VaheGuru is a boat who will swim you across. Taran taran. He swims but he tars you across as well. And dukh na sakhe beap. Pain can't even touch you. Now, of course, pain will touch you, right? Of course, what we call bad things will happen in your life. If you become a Sikh, it doesn't mean no one's going to die in your family. It doesn't mean that you will never suffer in business. But there's one thing, right? There's one thing that somebody dies in your family, and there's another thing that you get hurt by it. Listen carefully. There's some people that never got hurt. At the time of Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj, a good Sikh came to a Pandit came to Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj, and they said, Maharaj, you are saying that no pain will affect the person who lives in your way. How is this possible? Explain to me how it's possible that no pain will affect that person. Is there such a person in your who's a good Sikh who doesn't get affected by the world? Maharaj said there is. They gave me the address of this good Sikh. They said, go to this pen and you will see the Sikh there, and he is a Sikh that you can learn from. So, that Pandit, he goes to that pen. He finds this Sikh. When he gets to the Sikh's house, there's celebrations going on. That Guru Sikh, his son is getting married. So everybody's like, wow, celebration time. Everybody's ready for the party. But this Guru Sikh, he is sitting in the corner and he's getting all these boriyan. Boriyan, when you get atta in, it's like a big cloth side. He's getting all these bori, he's sewing up. He's linking one bori to another bori, another bori. He's making this big rug, massive rug. And the Pandit says to him, I don't understand. It's a time of happiness. Everybody's enjoying themselves. You should be really enjoying the party right now. You're sitting here sewing these boriyan. He says, you never know, sometimes they come of use. Now what happens? The wedding is the next day. The wedding goes fine. The day after that, in the morning, for something happens, and the son who just got married, he dies. He's dead now. What happens when someone dies in India? Afsos karna nahi. People come to share the dukh. So those are people now who just came previous day for the wedding, now come again wearing white clothes, and they come and they share the dukh of the family. They're crying. They're crying. Now, all these people that come to the house, they need somewhere, and it starts to rain. As it's raining on that day, everything outside becomes mud. Now that Guru Sikh goes in his house and he brings out all these boriyan. That's like one massive carpet. And he lays it down on all this ground that is not clean and muddy. He puts it there, and now everybody can sit down. And that Pandit says, hold on. He thinks in his head. He goes over to that Guru Sikh and he says, you knew, didn't you? You knew your son is going to pass away. You had that wedding, you enjoyed the whole, you watched everybody enjoy themselves. Now you watch them cry, but even then you don't seem to be too bothered. You knew. Why did you not do something? Why did you not say to your son, don't celebrate this way? He says, now my Guru has told me that dukh, sukh are the same. Jo nare dukh mein dukh nahi mane, sukh sneho arpay nahi jage, kanchan mati mane. Guru Arjan Dev Ji's grandson, Guru Tegh Bahadur Maharaj is saying these words. Guru Maharaj's father is saying, Je sukh dehta tujhe aradi, dukh bhi tujhe dhyai. Je pukh dehta itihi raja, dukh vich sukh manai. If you give me dukh, I will still see a sukh. Imagine the level of the Guru Sikh. That Pandit is so impressed. Guruji can make you happen. Maharaj is saying, dukh na sakhe beap. Yes, things will happen to you, but you will cruise through them. You will be like a person in an air-conditioned car and everybody outside is sweating. That's what your life will become. The things are happening, but they won't affect you. Maharaj is telling us, Sadhu sang kajo gopal, an sanjam krishna sujha, eh jatan kaat kalkal. He said, how are we going to get this state? Maharaj says, find the Sad Sangat and to see Naam Japya Karo. Aapko VaheGuru, shake this roof now, yeah? VaheGuru, 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 louder. VaheGuru, 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 VaheGuru. Maharaj says, find the sadhu people. Don't just find people that are only interested in having pizza and chips and just watching a movie. Find sadhu people. People that want to meet VaheGuru. Find them. They don't have to be just, what you think. There can be lots of people in this world that are sadhu people. Find them, Maharaj says, and then hang out with them and do meditate upon VaheGuru's name. Then they say, there's no other way. There's nothing else in Kaljug. This is the only way to get rid of death. What does death mean? Rebirth. Death means birth, birth means death. You're born, you die, you get reborn. Those people that do not die, their body dies, but the soul goes straight to VaheGuru, and in the next world, they don't have to be reborn. This is what it means. Chardi Kalla Camp. It means mukti from this cycle of life and death and life and death. Imagine you children now, you just about learn how to look after yourself, how to feed yourself, how to clean yourself, how to go to the toilet by yourself. You just about learn these things. And then what happens? You live your full life, die, you come back as a baby again. You have to learn again how to put the spoon in your mouth. What's the point of keeping again and again and again, getting stuck in the same cycle, when the main thing you have to do was to meditate on VaheGuru, then escape this cycle? How many times have we come here before? We don't know. So Maharaj said, Ek karo, aad andhyal purna tismin nahi koi. They say in the beginning it was him, all such. In the end it will be him. But he's very compassionate and perfect. There's nothing but VaheGuru. And they say, Janam Maran Nivar Har Jab Simar Swami Soy. If you really want to get rid of this circle of life and death, the only way is to remember him. If you look at the word remember, it's a really cool word, right? Remember. You're a member of VaheGuru, you're a part of VaheGuru. Member means a part, right? You're a member of the club of VaheGuru. But then you got forgotten. And you forgot you were part of VaheGuru. Now, you can remember. And you become part of VaheGuru again. See that word? It's cool, right? Remember VaheGuru. Become part of VaheGuru again. By remembering VaheGuru, you can remember VaheGuru. That will help you to remember this. What's the point of Simran? Simran is to become part of VaheGuru again. The Maharaj says that all these Simrati Sastris, they actually remember him. And the Bhagat, Ved Simrat Katha Sastri Bhagat Karhe Vichar. Everybody does all these thinking, they do all this vichar, but then what do they find out? Mukta Paiye Saad Sangat Vinas Jai Andhar. The only way to get mukti really is what you're doing right now. All the most clever people in the world thought and thought and thought, and then they realize, go into Saad Sangat and meditate one VaheGuru's name. You didn't have to think about that. You never spent years and years studying to work out how to find God. You just got told, come to Gurdwara and sing Kirtan and sing VaheGuru. So all the research was done for you. If you are born to a scientist who studies all these researches, you don't have to go and do the research again. You get given the most deep knowledge straight away. So what we're doing right now, this is the highest thing in this world. We don't even realize how many people are out there. Do you know there's people that spend their time hanging upside down in wells trying to find God? There's people that put their hand up here for like 10 years. There's people that live in graveyards. You know when they burn the body, they live in a cremation ground. They eat the brains of their humans. They do all this to find God. Maharaj is saying to people, don't worry about that. Just come to the Gurudwara and sing VaheGuru's name. All the research is done for us by our Guru. Then Maharaj says, Charan Kamal Adhar Janaka Ras Punji Ek Taan Maan Divan Sacha Nanak Ki Prabhatek. They say the servants of VaheGuru, they only depend upon VaheGuru. That's the key thing. They don't look anywhere else. You know in Bhai Sahib, we say of Guru Gobind says, Tumhe shard koi avar na tyao. Then Jo bar chaho so tum te paan. Don't leave your Guru for anybody else. Tumhe shard. People nowadays will say, you know what? Let's go to see that holy person, that Muslim being. In Punjab they go to like, Sunday they go to the mosque, one day they go to the mandir, next day they go to the Gurdwara. They're confused.com. Yeah? They're going everywhere, left, right and center. It's like, you know, like a supermarket, they're trying to buy kirpa everywhere. Maharaj says, no, tumhe shard koi avar na tyao. Be loyal to your Guru. Recognize he's the highest person in the world. Be loyal. And then say, let me only get it from you. And the Guru Sikh says, Maharaj, you are my strength. You are my honor. You are my support. And I only depend upon you. So in your life, there will be good and bad. If we depend upon our Guru and take his name, we will cross over this dukh, this bhavasagar. So in your benti parvan karniya, akhwada karna kuch maaf bani ji. VaheGuru ji ka khalsa, VaheGuru ji